What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be checking out boats. I'm going to be checking out boats in the bay as well as some bayous here in Destin, Florida. So if you're into boats, you're in the right place. Let's go. All right, I'll start this one off with a dual console Pursuit. That one's got a pair of Yamaha outboards on it. Looks like probably 300s. Sweet boat. Next up, pretty sure this is one of those newer sea hunt hulls. The Escape 27, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure that's one of the newer sea hunt center console designs. I don't know if that replaced the BX or if you can still get a BX or what, but this one looks more like kind of a bay boat slash hybrid. Really pretty boat. Got a Yamaha 425. Got us another sea hunt. Pretty sure this is a game fish. Looks like probably a game fish 25. Got a pair of Yamaha 200s. Yeah, I'd assume that's a game fish 25. Really sweet boat. Next up, got us a Parker center console. I really like Parker boats. That one's got an older Yamaha outboard on it. Looks like a 150. That's probably a 22-foot boat, would be my best guess. You don't see that kind of a lift around here very often, the sling like that. Most of them are supported from the bottom. Got another sea hunt. That's another smaller sea hunt. Probably 22 would be my guess. Can't really tell from here, but an older one. You can tell by the logo, they've changed their logo to just kind of an SH with a circle around it. Next up, got a boat after my own heart. An Everglades 243cc. That one's got the black tubing and everything. I'd probably go with a jet black outboard on it, but look, beggars can't be choosers. I don't know what it is about that boat, but I just absolutely love those Everglades 243cc's. For my purposes, I just think it would be sort of the perfect boat. I'd really like a second station, but again, I could certainly make good use out of that one. Just such a nice boat. All right, coming up on a bigger boat here with triple outboards. It's got Mercury outboards on it. This is a Cruiser's Yachts boat of some sort. It's got triple 300s behind it. I really like that they went with outboards. It's such a good call. You've heard me say it many times if you've watched my videos. In this salt water, that's just absolutely the way to go. That is a gorgeous boat. Looks like they're building something on this piece of property. They got their priorities right though. Got them a nice dock and boathouse before they've even, looks like, started on the house itself. Nothing wrong with that. And we've got a smaller cobia with a Yamaha 150 on it. This one does not have a T-top, which is somewhat rare around here. Most boats around here have T-tops. They got a bimini top though, so that's good enough. That'll get you some shade. Can't fish around it, but still gets the job done. And got a Sea Fox. It's a good looking boat. Pair of Yamaha 300s. That's a newer Sea Fox. I like that a lot. A white tubing on the T-top. I'd assume that's probably like a 27, 28 foot boat. Or it might even be closer to 30. It's hard to tell. It's a good looking boat though. Check this thing out. The Tide Rider. That thing is sweet. That is an old boat. Yeah, I don't wonder what it was used for. I'm sure commercial work of some sort, probably fishing. And then just a pontoon boat, 250 horsepower Mercury, which is a lot of ponies for a pontoon boat. We've got a Yamaha center console jet boat. This is a smaller one. Looks like an older one too. Might be one of the first iterations of that particular boat. Now, that's probably the smallest one I've seen. I don't know that I'm sold on a jet drive, but you're starting to see a lot more of them around here. There might be something to that. Got a jet ski way up on that lift. Pontoon boat. And we're coming up on a big old catamaran. Looks like a World Cat. Got a pair of Yamaha outboards. It's a good looking boat. I love that black piping. Such a good look. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but the Air Force is out in their jets doing some training. Love to hear it. Those things are impressive, I can tell you right now. You don't hear them until they're right on top of you and passing you. It is very impressive. You do not want to be the enemy. All right, here we have a bow rider with an outboard and a Sea-Doo. Can't really tell the make of that bow rider. It's got a 300 horsepower Yamaha outboard. All right, coming up on a set of docks. It's got several boats on it. The one on the end there looks like a Sea Hunt from here. There's a Sea Hunt Bay boat with a Yamaha 300 horsepower outboard. Like up in that parking lot, there's a big old skiff, high and dry. Yes, that's a Sea Hunt. You hear them jets again. Got us a bow rider. Pontoon boat with a Suzuki outboard. Got us a Mako, a bigger Mako boat. It's an older one with some Mercury 225 Optimaxes, it looks like. It's a nice boat. Not sure what this hull is here, but it's a Boston Whaler. Got a 250 horsepower Mercury, looks like a Verado. And another one of these little jet drive boats. There's a closer look at one. That's another older one, it looks like, smaller one. That one's clean though. They definitely keep that one clean. Got a single jet drive on it. I don't know how well it comes across in the video, but I don't know if that's recently been cleaned or they just keep that thing super clean, but it is in very good shape. All right. Got a Century Bay boat, 1901. Another center console without a T-top. That one, it does have a bimini top. The bimini top's down. At least they have that. Give you some shade. It's got a Yamaha 115 outboard. Just inside is an older Cape Horn, probably a 17. Yeah, it's an older Cape Horn 17. It's been repowered. Suzuki 115. Those are really cool boats. You don't need to get a whole bunch of people out on the water. There's not much that boat can't do. Got a really fancy pontoon boat. Got a lot of chrome on it. Another pretty fancy pontoon boat here. I could fish everywhere in here. And a Chaparral bow rider. Next up here, we've got another Sea Hunt Game Fish. Very popular boat around here. I can see why. It's a really good do-it-all hull. That one's probably a 25. I'd assume it's got a pair of Yamaha 200s. So it's most likely a 25, yeah. 25 and the 27 are super common. So yeah, sort of an inflatable situation there. I don't know if that's always there, or maybe they had a birthday party or some sort of party over the weekend. That is a good looking Sea Hunt. This is something you don't see every day, and that's a like ski boat, wakeboard boat, bow rider, whatever you want to call it, with a pair of outboards. That's pretty cool. Really shallow in here. I'm having to trim up, and I'm in a tiny little skiff. Draft's like, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches. Pair of 300 horsepower Mercuries behind that thing. I bet it'll slide right across the water. Probably create quite the wake too. If you want to do some water sports behind it. Looks like it's a Crown line. And another, like a little Sea Ray bow rider in there. That one's just got a Mercury 150 horsepower outboard. And we have what looks like from here a Key West center console. Nice boat. Looks like it's got a Yamaha 300 horsepower behind it. Check out this house. Looks like they're doing work on it. It's just a beautiful spread. Got a nice little boathouse at the end. Of course, no boat in it. I don't think anybody's living in that house while that's going on. But that is a cool piece of property. Got us Everglades 273cc. Beautiful boat. Pair of Yamaha 300s behind it. Garmin open array radar up top. Got us a Chris Craft center console, something you don't see a whole bunch of. Got a Mercury Verado 300. For a boat that size, I bet that thing hauls ass. Really cool boat. Smaller Grady White here with a 200 horsepower Yamaha behind it. Got some fellas up there, looks like they're working on the seawall. Got a beautiful Pathfinder boat behind that house. I like that color of blue a lot. 200 horsepower Yamaha, second station. Just a beautiful boat. And next door, a little Sea-Doo switch. It's a small one too. Got a couple of, well, looks like more than just it looks like a couple of Sea-Doos over there. All that stuff's covered, it's hard to see. And then maybe a little Sea-Doo jet boat, small little bow rider. I don't know if they've got stock in Sea-Doo, but they've got pretty much one of everything Sea-Doo makes, it looks like. And the neighbors have a wave runner, so they must be Yamaha fans. Not these folks. Sea-Doo all the way for these fine folks. Another Yamaha jet boat, center console. Seen more of those today than I think I've ever seen in my life. They must be a little more popular than I thought they were. Right next to it, we got a nice World Cat catamaran. Pair of 150 Yamaha outboards. Dual console. A nice boat. A dual console or bow rider style Key West, a ski boat looking deal there with a Yamaha 300 horsepower outboard and the hard top. Got some rod holders in the hard top. Just a couple of little Murder Hornets. Got a cool little skiff back there next to a big old catamaran. The skiff is about as basic as it comes. A good way to get around, especially in this shallow water. And it looks like a Calcutta catamaran. That's a beautiful boat. Pair of Mercury 150 outboards, it looks like. I like that a lot. Next up, we've got a Sensation Go Fast boat. Pair of Mercury outboards on it. That's a colorful one. Now, no, it's not a Sensation. It looks like it's a Concept. At least I think that's what it says. I bet it's fast. 500 horsepower behind it. Of course, these days you see boats like that with quad 450s, just ridiculous amounts of horsepower. I bet it's still fast though, no question about that. We got 300 horsepower behind the pontoon boat. A cobia with 300 horsepower. I like that light blue and all that white. That's just a clean looking boat. If anybody has any idea what in the heck this is, leave it in the comments. I have no idea what that is. Tiny little skiff back there hanging up in that old school boathouse. That's cool. A pontoon boat sitting way up high and dry. A beautiful house here. A dock that comes all the way out. Do my best not to hit it. No boat on that dock. Beautiful house though. Got another Calcutta catamaran. This one's got a pair of Honda outboards. Honda 150s. Those are good looking boats. This boat next to it, I have no idea what that hull is. It's a cool looking boat though. It's got a Mercury 300. That's unique. I've not seen that hull before, I don't think. Maybe it's a CV? Yeah, it looks like a CV. I can see the Z on the side. That's a good looking boat. Double step hull. Usually don't see a double step on a hull that small. And they've got a little center console up in there closer to the house. And we've got a little poling skiff right in here. Hard to see with the furniture in the way, but they got a T-top and a poling platform on that thing. I can't really see it from this side either because of those paddle boards and the dock box. Cool little boat. Got another relatively smaller boat with a double step hull. Can't see the make of it just yet because that dock box is in the way. I can tell it's got a Mercury Racing 450, 450R outboard on it. Good looking boat though. Look at the chairs. Got those ladder back chairs. I like that a lot. I'm not familiar with whatever hull that is, but it is nice. There is a little logo on the back, but it's just something I'm not familiar with. Beautiful boat though. All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here. The boats you just saw were all on the bay. I'm about to round a corner into a bayou, check out some boats in there. So if you're interested in seeing more, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed the video that you just saw, hit the thumbs up. I'll see you next time.